What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And the two Premier League clubs are heavily interested in signing Frank Kessie on a pre-contract agreement on January the 1st or after January 1st, because his contract runs out in the summer. And a sports agency executive has actually revealed that he knows a couple of clubs in the Premier League are asking for some information about Frank Kessie's plans for the future, where he would like to play after leaving to AC Milan, because he rejected all kinds of contract offers that AC Milan put on the table for Frank Kessie. And not only the Premier League, but also PSG had some contact with Kessie's agent, who is called George Atangana. And of course the AC Milan offer is still valid, but Frank Kessie so far has showed no intention whatsoever to sign a new contract at AC Milan. He apparently wants probably a bigger salary, or he wants a new challenge in his football career. He wants to play either in the Premier League or maybe for one of the richest clubs in the world, Paris Saint-Germain. The choice is in Kessie's hands, according to these sports agency executives. So let me know guys, do you want Liverpool to sign Kessie on a free transfer? I think that he would be an absolutely amazing transfer, considering that Henderson and James Milner are well above 30 years old, especially James Milner, and we need to bring in younger players. And Frank Kessie is a very strong, robust player who can pass the ball, he can tackle, he can score, he can be a box-to-box midfielder, and he's high energy, so he would suit Liverpool's playing style. And AC Milan right now are having an amazing season. They are joint top alongside Napoli, and they recently beat AS Roma, of course, who is managed by Mourinho. So probably Kessie would like to stick around until the summer. That's no problem. He will be a free agent in the summer. And according to Spanish outlet El Nacional, Liverpool are ready to pay Kessie a huge signing on fee, a signing on bonus, to convince him to run down his contract at the San Siro at AC Milan and just move to Liverpool as a free agent in the summer. Because even paying Kessie 15 million as a signing on fee, it would be considerably cheaper than buying him outright. If he signs a new contract, buying him would cost Liverpool 50, maybe even 60 million, but a signing on fee of 15 million is a bargain compared to that. On the new AC Milan coach Stefano Pioli, Kessie has truly thrived, and also he has featured in a double pivot in midfield beside Algerian international Bennacer. And Kessie does the ball winning in the middle of the park, while Bennacer controls the play from deep positions, and the duo have complemented each other very nicely. And AC Milan have a serious problem of their star players leaving on free transfers, because AC Milan can't give them the contracts that they want. I mean, Hakan Çalhanoğlu went to their biggest rivals, Inter Milan. That's absolutely scandalous. Gianluigi Donnarumma, their best goalkeeper for potentially like decades, went to Paris Saint-Germain on a free transfer because PSG offered like 3 or 4 times the salary that he was getting at AC Milan. And Frank Kessie could be the next player in line. And this is very painful, I think, for AC Milan fans and for the management as well. It reminds me of Arsenal. Arsenal had a time where they lost so many key players on free transfers. Some of them went to key rivals. Robin van Persie went to Man United and won them the league title, being the top scorer in the Man United the very next season after leaving Arsenal. So, and what I absolutely love about Kessie is that he is an absolute machine. He is similarly to Wijnaldum. He is not an injury-prone player. I mean, let me just read his numbers in this area since he signed for AC Milan. So last season he played 37 games, scoring 13 goals, which is absolutely amazing. Yes, most of them were penalties, but still, you still need to be a good striker of the ball and have good mentality and very good psychologically to score those penalties. In the previous season he scored 35 and then 34 and then 37. So he never missed more than 4 games in a Serie A season. since signing for AC Milan, and he already completed 4 seasons in AC Milan, and I mean that is really great numbers. And Liverpool really need to move quickly for Franck Kessie, because Antonio Conte, who just became the Tottenham manager, he is already making waves of trying to sign Franck Kessie. He of course knows him a lot because he has been in the Serie A. He won the title with Inter last season, and Kessie is an interesting position, very talented midfielder, still only 24, available on a free transfer, and I think that that Liverpool should be all over this deal. And according to both La Gazzetta dello Sport and Mundo Deportivo, Liverpool want Kessie on a free transfer, but according to Kessie's agent, Kessie are actually close to agreeing a deal with Tottenham, which would land Kessie a contract worth 10 million euros per season. AC Milan offered him only like 6.5 or 7.5 million euros. That's the main problem with AC Milan and the Serie A, that they just don't have the finances to compete with the likes of the Premier League and La Liga. And of course, the agent is getting a huge signing on fee, I imagine. And according to one source, there was a problem about the commission for Kessie's agent. At the start of the season, the idea was for Kessie to stay at AC Milan, but when AC Milan heard what kind of commission, what kind of cut the agent wants out of Kessie's new contract, it looks like they were happy to let Kessie talk to other clubs, because AC Milan doesn't want to pay that type of commission to an agent. And that's a tough spot to be in, to be honest. If you are AC Milan, to lose one of your key players is really devastating after losing Donnarumma and Çalhanoğlu. But also you have to understand their principle. They don't want to pay like 20-30% agent fee, because then other agents will hear and they will want their client to go to AC Milan, because then they can get a big fat paycheck as well. Oh, and I also forgot, Thiago Alcantara is also over 30 years old, and we have injury-prone players like Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain, so we really need a long-term replacement for Wijnaldum, somebody who can play week in, week out for Liverpool, no matter what, who can be very reliable, very durable, and that's what Kessie is. He hardly ever gets injured. So let me know, where do you stand on this debate? Do you think Kessie will stay at AC Milan? I think that's the most unlikely scenario right now. Will he go to Liverpool? Will he go to Tottenham? If Liverpool don't move quickly, I can sense Antonio Conte just wrapping this deal up very quickly, because he probably knows Franck Kessie, having worked at Inter Milan. He knows him very well, he knows what he's all about, so he probably wants a player like him at Tottenham. And Michael Owen said something very interesting. He said that the biggest threat to Liverpool winning the Champions League is Premier League clubs like Manchester City and Chelsea. He said the biggest dangers to Liverpool to win the Champions League is Man City and Chelsea. I think English football and the Premier League is so far ahead of everyone else at the moment, and they are getting even stronger. We have been ahead for a few years now in Europe, and then we have taken the 2 best players in the Serie A, in Cristiano Ronaldo and Romelu Lukaku. And that's true, but I still think that Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are also, and of course you can't forget Paris Saint-Germain with Messi. They are very serious contenders, and on their day Bayern and Paris Saint-Germain can honestly beat any team, and they can knock out even Liverpool or Man City or Chelsea. But you can't argue with the fact that probably if you simulated the Champions League tournament 10 times with these exact squads, probably an English club would win at least 5 or 6 times out of those. But that's the beauty of the competition. One bad game and any team can go out. Even Manchester City had one bad game in the Champions League final last season. Up until that point they were unbeaten, and then they lost the Champions League final, which was absolutely glorious, and that can happen to any team really in the competition. And Kostas Tsimikas, who had an absolutely brilliant game against Atletico Madrid, said that we are very happy, everybody gave everything, it was an unbelievable night for everyone. We are very happy about that. We give this win to our fans who one more night were outstanding. It was very important for us. It's finished now, we secured first position, but we are Liverpool and we play every game to win, and this is exactly the same for the next games. Also we will play and we want to win. But it's nice that Liverpool don't have any pressure for the Champions League, so we can rotate the team a little bit, not too much. I don't think we will play the kids or the under 23s or anything like that. We will still play strong teams, strong starting 11s for Liverpool, but we can play our strongest teams in the Premier League, and in the Champions League we can rotate a little bit. And Jurgen Klopp confirmed that Bobby Firmino has a hamstring injury. That is what I didn't want to hear, because hamstring injuries usually take between 3 to 6 weeks to heal. So we will miss Firmino in the next 3 to 6 weeks. Thankfully we have Diogo Jota, so probably Jota will have to play a lot of games with Salah and Mane, but it's not good news that Firmino will be out for the foreseeable future. And also Oxlade-Chamberlain, thankfully didn't get a serious injury, but he was taken off precaution. Jurgen Klopp said, yes, Oxlade-Chamberlain was substituted to preserve him. Minamino is in a really good moment, as everybody could see when he came on, so we had that chance. Oxlade had a few games, not too many, so we didn't want to push him through this game. We have the next one on a Sunday against West Ham. We need all the boys, so that was the reason. Oxlade is fine, so he's not injured or anything like that. And Jurgen Klopp said that still the money that you can win by winning a Champions League game in the group stage, 2.7 million euros, it's important for the club. And the team we will line up with depends on the situation we are in around the game. Who was how in the game before, who is the next opponent. That was always the case. It's not just now. For these games, that's how it is. We made 5 changes for the Atletico Madrid game. We don't consider the Madrid game more important than the West Ham game, for example. You have to make changes even when players might not like it in a specific moment. The Porto game, there is only one difference. We are already qualified, forget that, because we already qualified, but all the rest is exactly like it was before. It is a Champions League game, the next one is at home. The game after that is at the San Siro, and I've never played there, so I'm really excited about that. Jurgen Klopp said we will play at home against Porto and play real football. Can you imagine? We play Porto at home, the crowd is really coming from all over the world and to watch the game, and then you offer, I don't know, a half-cooked dish. That is pretty much not how it will be. We will go for it. We want to win football game. Sometimes you can qualify for something, sometimes not. It is still the same thing. You play a game, you want to win it and show it, and that's what Liverpool will do. So it's brilliant, and I mean, it's the best case scenario that Liverpool cruise through this group as group winners, because before the first game I was really worried that Liverpool could struggle in this group, because there were just so many really great teams in this Champions League group. But it just shows that Liverpool are just among the top 3 or top 5 best teams in Europe, that we can win this group with 2 games to spare. I don't think many teams could do that, but that's what Liverpool have done, so congratulations to them. And I'm really looking forward to the West Ham Liverpool game on Sunday. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.